Time for our last little review session here. Some things that you may need to use again. In this case, we have a picture on our screen, and maybe we need to select the picture and move it, but the problem is the picture is behind the text. So how do I select a picture that is behind text? What you need to do is use your select option up here. We did this in class. Open up the selection pane. Then you can simply click on it, and now you have your picture selected, and you can move it. If you go over here, maybe I'm going to change my text wrapping, move it so it's now in front of the text, and now I can grab it and move it around or change the text wrapping to something else, maybe like square or something like that. But if you cannot select your text, just use your select option, open up that pane, just use your select, open up the selection pane, and you can go select your picture. We have a text box down here also. You can do several things with the text box, including you can add color to the text box itself. And it's just simply using your shape up here. So maybe if I use a shape fill and add a light shade of blue, that will fill in that text box. Alright. While we're here, some other things. Don't forget that you can go in and change your font color from right here. You could go in and change the line color around the outside of it. Okay, right now I believe it has no outline, which is fine. You can also add an effect to this thing. Alright, which means that if we go in and we select one of these options, well, that didn't actually work that well on that one. Take that back. Let's go back over here and select Print Reader like that. Go use our text effect option here. You got a lot of different text effects that you can apply, including maybe something like that. But there are text effects that you can find using this button somewhere on your ribbon, depending on what it is you're using. And then there are the text effects we talked about in the font dialog blocks. Alright, one thing that we went over in class was how to change position of a header. Maybe I will go in and I'll just put in a real simple header here real quick. You can change the distance on your header from the top margin from right here. You could also tell it to use different odd and even pages from right here. Different first page. These are all some things that we've done a little bit in class. But there was one thing that they talked about that I've seen before that I may have misquoted on, and that is if they ask you to set the header distance throughout the entire document. What we were looking at just a moment ago was the header for this section. So if there are section breaks, it won't do it for the entire document. To do it for the entire document, what you need to do is you need to get into your page setup and then go to layout, and here's where you change it. So maybe I'm going to change my header and make it 0.7 inches, and then just make sure it says apply to whole document, and that will do it no matter how many sections we have in the document that we're using. One of the last things I want to hit on here, I think everybody knows how to save as a template or to apply a theme. We've done that so many times. But using find and replace, if you wish to find and replace text, we can go under our home and go where it says replace. And one of the things I want you to realize is if I open this up here, not only can I find text, but I can find text that has formatting applied to it. And all I simply do is go down here and choose one of my options. Maybe I'm going to go find my style and say, okay, find anything that's got a heading 2 applied to it. Alright, and then replace it with, I can do the same thing again. I can actually choose a style, and maybe I'm going to change those to heading 3 styles. Alright, and then I can just find next or hit replace all. Like this one, it does it for all of them. Alright, I think I've hit just about everything that I've ever seen on the certification test. So hopefully if you've gone through all this, you will do well on the test. See you later.